Hello, so how we doing? Straight into another one of those. This is Let's Chill with the Turing Test. That's a radio that's looking really space tech. I don't really care about the mug again. That's building site. It's even DAB, come on now. I bet you DAB paid to have that put there. You say I can use E, but what does it do? Status operational. Extracted 112 tons. That's not very much. Europe's drilling platform is largest outside of Earth, 40 metres high. It's one of the tallest machines on any moon. Drilled aboard to a depth of over 4 kilometres. Recovered over 1 million kilograms, or 1,000 tons, of material from deep underneath the surface. This level of extraction is made possible by utilising the Ashayama electric fusion reactor. You're going to give us more information about it. Europa's ground base is built by using thousands of tons of resources shipped to Europa through an interplanetary network. Crew transfers unknown, signal interrupted. Status compromised. Transferred material unknown. Europa base modules. 21 oxygen, yeah, it's Earth atmosphere. It's damaged. Repair has been disabled. I believe that's Earth pressure as well, 101. Europa's face built beneath Europe's surface, buried in Theramicula's ice. Its modular nature allows it to be reconstructed according to the mission's needs at any time. Give me more information. No, we already know that. Yep. We'll interact with that in just a minute. That's a box. That's another rugged laptop. Outload. Let's listen to some audio stuff.
Tom, start recording.
I am always recording, Daniel.
The day is January the 6th. My watch says it's 2:30 on Earth. Here we are, members of the human race, standing on Jupiter's moon Europa. I am Captain Daniel McLean. I'm joined here by the rest of my team. It is our intention to make this moon our home and investigate life on this planet. Man's curiosity and appetite for discovery will continue to change our world for the better.
Inspiring. And might I add my congratulations to you all.
Here it is. Beautiful, isn't it? What makes this one more remarkable than the others? The way it attaches itself to other organisms. Its behavior is very abnormal. It seems to form a symbiotic relationship with most life forms. How do you mean? Do you want me to dumb it down? I know what it means. What does it do? It attaches itself to almost anything living, but it's not parasitic. It's quite alien. We're trying to figure out what effects it has on life forms.
Alien materials, motherfucker.
Mikhail, you seem distant.
Do I?
Yes. What's wrong? What's wrong, Mikhail? Mikhail, what's wrong? Are you listening, Mikhail? Are you able to hear?
I was talking to the ISA. They don't know what to do with this. The magnitude of the discovery.
We should send samples back to Earth. I think we need to get this to a better lab. Me and Sochi are having trouble making enough clones. I'm going to run out of the necessary resources to continue studying organism 119.
They're calling for a grounding of all Europa transport until they get your report.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's rather drastic.
I missed that last bit because I was making a 119 joke. Why is it organism 119? Anything to do with 911? Or 911? Ooh. Touch here. Jupiter. Heliocentric orbit, lots of away from the sun. 3 degrees inclination. We were talking about that with my brothers not so long ago. It's massive. It goes quick. Jupiter is second largest physical body. The universe solar system has large gravity. This creates geothermal energy and a source of great heat and created a subsurface ocean. Yes, thanks. What else? Europa. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's always the right one. Europa geocentric orbit. It is much smaller. Its surface constantly facing Jupiter as it rotates because it's tidally locked. Though it's now been discovered that the rocky interior rotates separately underneath the ice and water layers. Really? Is that true? That's fucking cool if it is. Fortuna. The Fortuna is in low orbit around Europa. It can house a crew of 12. It serves as a communication transport link between Earth and Europa's subsurface base. What's it called? Fortuna. Is that Jupiter again? Yeah, okay, right. Right, we've done that shit then. Here's a way out. Let's go this way. Chapter 1's done. Chapter 2. Gab along then. Do I have any tea left? Damn. Should have made a brew before I started recording. Alright, off we go. Right, puzzle number 1 of this floor.
What condition should I expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find Sarah, Mikhail, and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
Accident where you put him in the airlock, no doubt. Right. That one needs to be opened. Can I not just press E? That would be so much fucking more pleasant. Give me that one, and give me that one. Let me out.
Could we take a more direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
Bum. Make sure it goes actually on the floor. It doesn't really matter. It gets sucked into the middle, no matter what. Either that or I'm really, really good at aiming. Alright. Stick it on this why do I have to look directly up at it? Can I take it off from there? Yes, I can. I don't automatically for a moment that is at all viable. Pretty sure we're going to have to do this. Yeah, that way, that way, that way, over there. Lots of way over there, thanks. No, I can't jump and land on the ladders. Give me that. Give me. Thank you. Right, next.
Okay, what are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable, small, artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
Said that with a little bit of intent, didn't he? I don't think I'll get that one out the door. We need 3, come on now. Right, what does this actually do? Oh right, nice one. Over there, thank you. Does that one also move it? Alright, that moves one of them. Not that it's powered. Using that. Oh! What? Yeah, I mean, pretty sure I didn't need that for anything other than that. Right, we need to go down to the ground. Oh, hello. Doink, 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 doink. Stick that somewhere where the magnet can get to it, such as that. Turn the magnet on somehow. What powers the magnet? I can't tell it to turn on by pressing no button there. Unless it was that. No, it was not. What powers the magnet? Shove that over it. See if there's anything over that other side. Like switches and shit. Oh no, I bet I know what that is. We need to shove one of them in it, right? Alright, fine. You, over there. Give me that one, why not? Do I not need to do that then? Ah, there you are. Knew it. Shove that over. Oh, no, hang on. You fuck off over there. You shove that over there. Can I pick you up from there? There you are. Piss off. In there. And we can oink you and you. And bonk and bonk. Right, next.
My purpose as the overseer of this mission is to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
I know it's a bit heavy, but yeah, I can't do anything with them. Can we just borrow you? Is there anything heavy in here? Other than my brother. Fat bastard that he is. Excuse me. Alright, okay. Now give me that one. That one go in here. Yeah, haha. Now I could either drop that on the platform or just put it straight in there. And yo, and yo. And off we go. Who can't see in the dark? That's not the end of that puzzle. We've got the ability to snipe balls of justice from there. Okay, right. We need to replace that one with a ball of justice. And then Ball of Justice in there. And then yoink yoink. And don't bonk. Off we go. Next.
How does the ISA know you're gonna make the right decisions here when they can't communicate with us?
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael. The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth, running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
Right, his name is Tom. And he's got 2 twins. Why were they not called Dick or Harry? I did that wrong, didn't I? I don't even need to be up there necessarily. Oh, shove one of them in there. Yeah, they're not captured, I can come in and out. What? I was old. It's a window. It's a window, mate. It's a window. Right, well, we need to get an excited ball, which I shoved in that circle on there. Shove you in there. Switch you over to the other one. Nick that. Sack that off there. Well, that can go through the window. Yep, knew it. Right, we must use mobile balls to go through there. So we'll open up that one. Give me this one. Doink, 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 doink. In there. Oi. In there. There should now be a mobile ball down here. Oh, hang on. No, I need to still be able to get up there. I've got all ones from in there. Wait, where's that one? That'll be in through there then, right? I'd assume we just need to get that so we can go through there. That's all closed off now. That's all empty. Right, so we got 2 staticky ones and only 1 bally one. Ah, right, we can do that. God on, Tim. Come on now. And then we can get the staticky bally thing into Yol there and Yol there. Groovy. Next. Ooh, hello, there's another one of these. Is this the same as it was before? Ooh. Oh, it's a motion sensor then, right? I can't even get through the other side anyway. I need to figure out how to get a ball into that room.
Did the ISA build you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I had been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
That is no taking a balls to go in there. Right, oh, hello. Inversion. 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 Yo. Yep, you do lose the ball. That's closed behind me.
Have you heard of the Turing Test, Ava? It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing Test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing Test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation, wouldn't you say?
There's a bollock on the floor there. That's down to where I want to be, right? Hang on, where am I? There I am. You remove. Give me that. Doon da doon doon da doon doon da doon. Put it on the floor for a moment. In there. Get that one over there. Give me that. You go in there. Just make sure I haven't missed anything in this room. Piss off, piss off, piss off, piss off. No, that would be going in a terrible direction. I mean, I don't actually need to put it in there, but it's interesting that that option exists. Yo. Oh, fascinating. Hang on, that door stayed open. Okay. Is that it? I'd say so. Yep. Sector B18.
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese. In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
but the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing Test. A computer can pass the Turing Test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
I may be a machine, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
I assume this is going to hurt. Oh no, no, it didn't hurt. It's just telling us that that kind of shit exists. No doubt I need to open that window and fire a gun thing through there. You're... Got that. Can't undo that one either. Alright, give me that. Doom da doom doom da doom doom da doom doom da doom. Oh no, I need both windows open. Alright. We open that one. We need to power that one to open that one. But is there a do if we take that one out? No. Oh, hello. Sneaky bastards. There we go. Alright, thank you. Nice one. Yelp. And yelp. Wicked.
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
Does a bit, Captain Daniel McLean. We can't even get in there. Notice. I do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I understand the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? We're not allowed to go in the toilets ourselves. It's a good job we had a wee before we left. Trucks. I'm not going to go in there just yet. I'm not going to go in there just yet. Right, fine, I'll go in both. I assume that's pillows made to look like there's somebody in bed. He had children, Tom. What have you done to him? I really don't care about the... Oh, is that his brother? And that's his brother? I don't care for the pencils. Why is the pencil important? Tom Touch. Beg your pardon, Tom. What have you been doing to these innocents? Riluzole. That's probably a fucking antidepressant or something, no doubt. Yeah, is that his mum and him and his brother, I'm going to assume? And he was a bit of a drinker. And he was Canadian. Alright. A bit of context in that room. We've got... Yeah, you see, that's a bit more sensible. And... Hello, book. 5.3 telomeres. 5.3 telomeres. They're the things that define how old you are, right? Oh, it's a science lab, not a fucking bar. No idea what that is. Maybe a Geiger counter? We can't take any of this shit with us. Oh, dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you letters. You no longer reside in my mind. I've decided to transfer my thoughts to text. as you no longer reside in my mind. I want to do so in the form of a history lesson, a lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending, but it's likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered a father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Why is he considered the father of artificial intelligence? Also, Google Ada Lovelace if you like Alan Turing and don't know who she is, be amazed. Alan Turing is considered a father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Perhaps a lesser-known part of his life is contributions in the field of biology. Why do you suppose his interests lay in these two disparate fields? I assume it's because he believed the world would be logical and understandable. He was a mathematician. He seemed to believe that the great complexity of the universe could be explained with simple rules. 2 years before his suicide, in 1952, Alan Turing developed something called reaction diffuse systems. Inside the academic world, this work is cited more than his work on computers. It can be generally formalized as a one-line equation. I am not going to try and read that shit. I'm no mathematician, however, in plain English, this equation describes things that wish to diffuse. However, also react with each other during the process. I am sure this sounds strange to you, or at very least tangential to our lives here on Europa. What relevance does it have to anything? Reaction diffusion systems show how patterns are created. They show how the leopard got its spots and how the zebra got its stripes. The more really interested here is Turing's interest that nature can be formalized, that we can understand the natural world in mathematical terms. Chaos is amazing. Turing created the test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? The intrigue behind that being, can the human mind be simulated by a machine? Simulated intelligence and artificial intelligence, two entirely different things. Why ask that question? To prove that the human mind is a machine? I am not sure that is Turing's opinion, however. Concerning consciousness, he states this. I'm not very good at reading. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way by which one could be sure that a machine thinks is to be the machine and to feel oneself thinking. One could then describe these feelings to the world, but of course no one would be justified in taking any notice. Likewise, according to this view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. If the human mind exists within the physical world, it obeys the same rules of physics and chemistry as every other thing in the world. Therefore, like all of nature, it is merely reactive. It is curious that nature will create, though the mechanics of determinism, creatures that believe they have free will. Conversely, I suppose, if we conclude that we are all machines, we only came to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit for our discoveries as just a product of nature's genius, not our own. Humbling idea, I think, behaviourism. Maybe we are more similar than we think. Sarah likes all of the vibrating machines that Tom has. And she has a dog. And no family. I didn't look at the other one of them in the other room, but it turns out I can anyway. Hello. Strange thermals on the west side of the crater. Has our friendly Tom AI been attacked by some non-terrestrial intergalactic alien intelligence? Has his mind been subsumed by nefarious ne'er-do-wells? Why do I care that this first aid case is open? They're all open. He was an artist. Lovely. I don't know what KRW is. I don't know whether that's even going to be relevant. Pate. I don't care. That had a label on it when it was down on the surface. There you go. Morphine. An enthusiastic and troubled painter who also had a dog. No cats in space. Oh, there's another bloody reading journals. This is chronological good. The whole team experienced nausea during a large electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. I am concerned this was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected. It caused a uniform surge in heart rate that was detected in all members of the crew. I am reporting to ISA. What did it do to Tom then, I reported the nauseous incident to the ISA. They offered an explanation of electrical disturbance to our central nervous system. Not something that's easy to do through thunderstorm. That is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nerve system would have done more than make the team feel ill. I'm going to experiment with some shock therapy. I discovered that electronic fields disturb our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. I've contacted the ISA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. The ISA have reported back informing that I am not to disturb the implants. They have also encouraged me not to discuss this further with the team. I'm continuing to investigate. 2 days later, I've been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. 5 days later, I've established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I have been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I use my opportunities in regular health checkups to investigate the crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He requested that I retire away from the crew. Misinformation. I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I am not sure if the implant is affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it is trying to subdue my mind. I think I'm going to attempt an excision. I'm going to remove this implant. What's that? 9 days later? I'm typing with my left hand now. The excision went wrong. I successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the operation. Tom is very angry. The crew refused to talk to me. Apparently, I'm a bad influence. Sarah patched me up. I wonder if the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, that would make me for a worrisome revelation. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. Dan informed me the ISF called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I'm a danger to the mission. Fortunately, he chose not to lock me in the brig. I'm going to investigate this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team are becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to distrust me. I have discovered the nature of the implant. It is a complex computer. It interfaces with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian instrumental conditioning, eliciting feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with motor neuron cells through the cerebellum. It is my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. That is their stronger version to helping me. I need a method of suppressing its impact, perhaps a drug. Riluzole? That's what we saw in the other room. Maybe an antidepressant to minimize the conditioning effects. Combined with a strong electromagnetic field, I could use one of the industrial electromagnets from the construction robots. I've managed to get Chris on my side. He has agreed to test some medical procedures with me in private. It will be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. I'm hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom. I have a feeling he will still be listening. Fascinating. That's the Riluzole and another Makita radio. I guess this was made in Japan. Ah, there you go, bonsai tree. Yes, it was made in Japan. Right, here we go. Even more. To blah 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 from. I don't care. Hi Matthew, you've been studying organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image which appears to show pilus formation. We hypothesize this is a stress response due to high levels of radiation. We plan to infect a human cell with organism 119 and perform irradiation experiments with flow cytometry. Would this be appropriate? It would be great if you could get the department to look at the SEM image. Ow. Oh my god, there's a lot of reading. Hey Sochi, it was great to see this image. Wow, yet more complex life on Europa. This might be worth looking at as it survives very high levels of radiation here on Earth. Similarly, consider looking at Fluvia, and Fluvia produces pill in response. Is that pill? Pilly, maybe? In response to radiation and uses them to transfer DNA. Perhaps your organism uses a similar mechanism. Have you considered that organism 119 is transferring or scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? As you well know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives lots per day, over 300,000 times the level on Earth. The organism must have evolved such a high resistance to radiation as a necessity of survival. That said, the radiation beneath is much lower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments with flow cytometry sound like an appropriate course of action. Hi Matthew, we have attached an image confirming that organism 119 attaches to human cells. We will proceed with irradiation experiments on these cell lines. We propose naming organism 119 Europa radiophilus. What do you think? Why not? That doesn't look a lot like human cells, but whatever. I don't really do biology that well. Hi Matthew. Excuse me, what? We have now run the irradiation experiment. I can confirm that Europa radiophilus does indeed seem to confer resistance to radiation. See attached. We assume survival is due to its DNA damage repair. We tagged various DNA repair enzymes with GFP, whatever that is, and have found that DNA double-strand break repair is occurring. See attached images. Hi Sochi, something is amiss. We don't know what is performing the repair. The lab doesn't know Eradiphasus, good name, could repair DNA. Have you considered that another organism may be in a symbiotic relationship with perhaps virus? We're on a PCR and the human cells exposed to Europa radiophilus to see if there was a virus present. We have discovered an unknown virus which we have named Unknown Europa virus. Well named. GL electrophoresis. Electrophoresis? Image attached. It's phenomenal. You need to sequence this. We finished sequencing it. Data attached. It is a virus unlike any we've ever seen. Maybe we can have found a cure for senescence? Whatever. A form of biological immortality. Senescence, I guess, just dying. We are running some long-term tests on plants and mice to see the effects. The plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespans when exposed to the organism. We don't have the facilities here to continue testing. We are going on to human testing. We are going to use ourselves as subjects. It's the only way to accelerate progress. That's a terrible idea. Thermos, nice. People, lovely. Ah. Is that a wedding band? Did he have one on his end? Don't see. But that looks like a wedding that he's at there anyway. Rubik's. An incomplete Rubik's Cube. What a bad man. Fucking hellfire, there's a lot of shit in here. There's violin. Like, what's this? Notepad of some nonsense. Motion sickness relief, which you need early on in this game, and it's also there. And that's a picture of the Earth from the moon. Why have you got two Rubik's Cubes? Don't be stupid. Oh, it's running. Fantastic. It is, what's that, 20 past 4? Even more. Right. So what is it you found then, Sochi? We found an extremophile, an organism that can live in extreme conditions that survives massive doses of radiation. Radiation damages DNA. Well, would you not believe that? The extremophile has a virus living inside it. The extremophile scavenges DNA from other organisms, which the virus uses to repair the extremophile's damaged DNA. Essentially, they work together to survive in what's called a symbiotic relationship. So, what's the implication? What does it do? In some ways, this is an immortal relationship. It doesn't seem to age biologically. Aging and death are ultimately caused by DNA damage. That thing that I mentioned earlier, the 1.3, was in fact aging. We have the ability to fix our DNA, but that ability is limited. This organism can repair damage caused by massive doses of radiation. If we could harness this power, we could potentially eliminate biological aging, what is known as senescence. So you found something that could make humans immortal. Not exactly. There are many causes of death other than DNA damage. It would not save you from trauma, from brain damage, from cardiac arrest, etc., but it could potentially cure cancers and many genetic diseases and massively increase life expectancy. Because we care. Like, everything looks a bit beat up in here, to be fair. Right. Have we been in this room? We have indeed been in that room. Right, let's get out of it. Right. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourselves. See you in a bit.